Hey, yo. Check it.
Welcome back, hero.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.
Yo, Wagwan.
Shit.
SwordCast. I'm running point today because Noveliss' phone is dead.
It's dead.
Or at least it's about to die.
No, it's dead.
Yep, there it is.
And my Game Boy is about to be dead too. Which I'm not playing right now.
Not gonna be able to die.
But, what is it? Episode 92?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Or 93.
No, it's 92. I think. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. 92 or 93. We'll know afterwards.
I don't have no football players though.
Nope.
Maybe Ziggy Ansah? No, he was 94.
Nope. No football players. Yeah, man. Episode 92. We're fresh off the long Snake Eyes rant. All right, man. What do you? Well, we have some heavy things to talk about.
We do. Yeah, there's a lot, bro. There's a lot, man.
But yeah, bro. What are you into currently, my guy?
I'm into the Detroit basketball Pistons, dog. You know what I'm saying? I checked the roster this morning, god damn it. And
he was still on there.
Them niggas signed Cade by God Cunningham.
Number one pick in the
number one this. Yeah, that's IWG number one champion.
Ichiban Cunningham.
Right. Cade Cunningham this. Cunningham.
It happened.
It did, bro. Niggas bro, the Pistons secretly pulled off the best tanking job in history, bro.
Yeah.
Like they went from super mediocre. The Slim Weaver came in and flipped the entire roster. Traded Andre Drummond for nothing, and y'all niggas laughed. I think Ed Stefanski and company did that, but they signed 1 million centers. Y'all all laughed. We stretched some dead money out. Y'all all laughed.
All part of the plan.
We traded Blake Griffin. Y'all niggas laughed and shit.
All part of the plan.
We signed Killian Hayes over Tyrese Halliburton. Y'all niggas laughed at us.
All part of the plan, which you reiterated many times along the way.
Killian Hayes is a better prospect. I don't care how good he is day one. We already knew that Tyrese Halliburton was a more complete, more NBA ready player right now. I was not surprised at all that he was better his rookie year.
I don't see him ever being a starting point guard. Though.
No, I don't either.
I can see Killian being a starting point guard.
I can see Killian Hayes being a legitimate star. I can see Tyrese Halliburton being a solid starter, right? Like solid.
Yeah.
Like, but I can see Killian Hayes is like, I know he missed a lot of shots. He was hurt. He doesn't finish well right now. He doesn't shoot well right now. But I once heard that you needed 2 elite skills to be a good player in the NBA. And as a rookie, he already is elite at 2 of the hardest things to be elite at, which is defense and passing. Like, what kind of rookie comes into the National Basketball Association and is a straight up lockdown defender, bro? He was straight up like taking the ball from niggas, bro. Like,
he's a good defender. Like
playground style, like cookies type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just an electric passer. Right. So, you know, then we drafted an unknown kid out of Villanova named Sadiq Bey. Y'all niggas. Actually, I think a lot of people like that pick. But you know who y'all really laughed at is when we pick Isaiah Stewart with the number 16 pick over Sadiq Bey. Oh, he's just a motor guy. He's just a high energy guy. The next thing you know, he's out here stepping out to 30 feet, hitting knockdown jumpers,
Skilled big.
right? Skilled, flat out skilled big who can defend and is pretty athletic. Y'all just had him pinned all wrong.
He's a good rebounder too.
Good rebounder, had a 20 point or 20 rebound game already. Can stretch it out to 3, can handle the ball a little bit. Good defender, good decent rim protector.
Told you, man. This team reminds me of the Warriors, man. Just how the way you
Right.
build your team through the draft. You can't do it through free agency, man. It doesn't last. You got to build your team through the draft.
Oh, I'm sorry. Speaking of free agency, we signed Jeremy Grant's $60 million 3-year deal. Y'all niggas all laughed at us. Jeremy Grant, he just a bench warmer. That nigga had 24 points a game on y'all ass. Excuse me?
All-star.
Basically, right? Most improved player of the year.
Should have been an all-star.
So, and then we lose over and over and over again. And y'all, oh man, this is hard to watch, man. I can't watch this team no more. And I'm sitting here the whole time like,
yeah, you guys gotta look, man. Those are the fun years when your team is developing and there are young players to be excited about on the team that you can watch.
Just standing around over there, bro.
That's when the winning, it doesn't really. Those are the fun seasons because you can watch without getting mad when they lose.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
My expectations for the games were, okay, did Killian Hayes play well? Cool.
Yeah.
Did Sadiq Bey play well? Yep. All right, cool. And we lost? Excellent.
Right.
Perfect.
Those are the fun seasons, man. Very stress free.
And then hold on, just to put a cap on this whole adventure. The NBA lottery happens. And I'm literally dying of anxiety, bro. Like, just absolutely unable to function due to how much anxiety I have. Because I just know, like, the Pistons, we never get lottery luck. We about to drop to 6. We about to miss out on all the good players. We're going to end up with, although we would have ended up with James Bouknight, which I'm high on him, so that would have been fine. But anyways, all these players, we miss out on all these good players. And wouldn't you know it, Big Ben Wallace is our representative, and the lottery balls fell, and we got the number 1 pick. How about that?
Because he threatened to beat everybody.
Right. Y'all gonna give me that number 1 pick now. I'm gonna beat y'all up. And then, just when I thought I was out of the woods, the chatter starts, the chit chat. Oh, are the Pistons gonna trade the pick? And I'm starting to die even more of anxiety, even worse than before. Because I'm like, bro, why don't y'all just leave us alone? We get it, man. We understand the Pistons aren't a sexy team.
I hate Detroit, man.
We get it that it's bad for your clicks and it's bad for your blogs and your analytics and whatever for the Pistons to be in the position to land a superstar. I get it. Nobody cares about the Pistons right now. I understand. So now you have to push this narrative. Are the Pistons going to trade the pick? Are they going to end up with somebody else? Are they going to get fucked out of the? Are they going to get fucked around in general somehow? Are they going to get punked by somebody?
Get clicks for the blog, man.
Right. Oh, the Pistons should trade this pick for James Wiseman and a bag of chips. Fuck out of here, bro. No, thank you. And you know what happened on July, the year of our Lord, 2021, on the 29th day or 27th day, I think. We drafted and signed Cade by God Cunningham. And now here's the deal. Cade Cunningham, superstar. Or projected
when's the last
superstar.
time the Pistons drafted a superstar?
1993. Grant Hill.
Freaking Hill.
Grant Hill. That was almost 20 years ago. But look, that was 95. Still almost 20 years ago. That was the duel. That was the year with Jason Kidd, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, here's what's gonna happen, man. Cade Cunningham, potential superstar, potential future superstar, potential face of the franchise, potential big time ESPN, TNT headliner, is on the boring ass Pistons, and y'all niggas gonna have to deal with that shit for a while. And I'm gonna be an insufferable asshole every single moment.
Whole time.
Cause I'm tired of y'all niggas laughing at us now. We about to be sweet, and we signed Kelly Olynyk just a second ago. Nice little stretch big, hit some jumpers, and I'm sorry,
averaged like 20 points a game.
Right, and secretly averaged 20 for the Rockets. And we signed, we drafted Luca Garza, College Player of the Year, Isaiah Livers, some other big white dude that I don't know. But hey, man, I'm all in, bro. If Troy Weaver saw something in there, then I'm with it. Let's get it. Pistons time. Let's go. That's what I've been into. What about you?
Yeah, man. I've been I've been watching I told you last time I kind of been binging the 2012 Ninja Turtles show,
Mhm.
and again I remember watching it and liking it, but this is the best Ninja Turtles show in existence.
Let's go.
It's better. I always crown the 2003 show, but this is better. It's better than the original. Like the original is a little too silly and it's not enough action. It's not serious enough. The 2003 show is very dope. It can be slow at times. This show, I just think, is the absolute closest thing to the comic books. It's got the right amount of darkness. It's got the right amount of humor. It's got the right amount of action. Like it's very, very close to the IDW comics. And I love it. It's awesome. I also love the look of the turtles in this show too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a fan of when they're like super beefed up, like steroid looking turtles.
The beefy turtles.
I like the look. The fights are awesome. The story is really dope. It's really good, man. I'm surprised at how good it is. It's really good. It's definitely the best Ninja Turtle show. I love it. That's kind of what I've been on. I've been watching that.
David Nwaba, 3 years, 15 million to stay with the Rockets. I'm gonna be popping in and out.
Popping in with the free agent
with the,
updates.
Yeah, I think that's all we got for now. Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
So a little wrestling recap.
Hey, man, wrestling is getting.
Oh wait. Before we do that, you have a very interesting question on here, and I think that a lot of fans probably wonder why don't us two genuine hip hop niggas,
right?
Why don't we ever talk about hip hop?
Right.
On the pod.
One of our homies in the Discord asked that, and I think that the reason we kind of started this was we are both obviously love hip hop, and we navigate through the space of hip hop, and I make music for a living, and we make music for a living. It's what we do. But I think that I don't know if I have a scientific answer. I think I just genuinely enjoy talking about other stuff more.
Yeah, I would say that that's part of it, and also like a lot of people talk about hip hop.
Yeah,
like,
you know what
I mean every rapper that has a blog or every music person that has a blog, all they talk about is hip hop.
Right, and
about some other stuff.
Yeah, and,
from a hip hop lens, right?
Yeah, and I don't really care. I mean, I'm just not interested in stuff that's going on. And
yeah, I know a lot of people want us to weigh in on the Lupe Royce thing. I'll say a little bit about it. Like I don't know Royce super well. I met him a few times. I know Nav is pretty close to him, so you know that's my guy. Obviously, he's a legend. We respect. Obviously, Lupe Fiasco is one of my favorite rappers. They're both one of my favorite rappers ever. I get it that like you know people want to just keep each other sharp. They want to, hey, let's do some verbal sparring and keep each other whatever. Like I get it. That's fun. That's all fun and games. But like I hate the fact that like a lot of people are enjoying. Oh man, but the rapping is so good. Like yeah, sure, but like it's all kind of dope rapping out there. I don't like the fact that it was cool to me. And I know you don't necessarily listen to the podcast like that. To their podcast like that, and I listen to it sometimes. I usually when I'm working out, but the thing that I liked about it was cool to me to know that like two hip hop juggernauts are are like there's a fraternity there, right? And they like, hey, we can find friendship and we can bond and like be cool with each other. Like that's like a dope thing to know is possible and exist out here, to be able to form a legitimate friendship behind the scenes. And so I was a little bit like I felt sadness when their whole friendship is kind of over after this shit, right? Like, and you know, I mean, like we're all artists, like we all have ego, we all have our opinions about ourselves, and they're both entitled to think that they're the best and you can make an argument that either one of them is, and that's all well and good. But I hated the fact that it escalated to a point where, and I would have even been fine with a little bit. All right, nigga, hey, I got some bars for you, motherfucker. Blah 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 blah. Like that's cool. But for the fact that and I think that's what it was supposed to be, but the fact that it escalated and people egged them on and allowed for feelings and for egos and for for genuine hostility to rise to the surface.
Yeah.
In a situation where these two genuinely amazing artists and amazing individuals and seem like legitimate friends now have a fucked up relationship. I think there's still love there, but like they don't really fuck with each other anymore. And that sucks, man. Like so forget about the bars, forget about what it means for hip hop. Like I'm into grown men. I'm into black men having positive, non-toxic relationships with each other. Like that's super important, bro. You know, the kind of, you know, I've been very happy to build a super solid friendship with this nigga right here, right? You know, brotherhood shit, right? Best friend type shit, right?
Facts.
And that's the thing that me and Edmund, right? Me and Josh, that's the kind of thing that and even though Josh is white, but he gets to be in this conversation, right? But that's the kind of friendship and brotherhood that we should be striving towards.
Right.
And I just hate the fact that it was sacrificed for the bars. I just don't like that. I don't really have any commentary on who won. I don't really care who won.
Yeah,
that's the part I didn't like. So
well, yeah, man,
that's my take on it.
And that's why, you know, engaging in competition with others is fool's gold, and life is about only engaging in competition with yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. All right.
And my version of that is, I said this a few times on the pod, but like, you know, I took a break from music, came back, like, oh, am I still good? Am I still hero? Do people still fuck with me? Like, first of all, yes, of course they do. And second of all, like, bro, it don't matter. Not like, sure, a lot of people are good at making beats, but nobody's making beats like you. Like, you don't have anything to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas aren't making beats like this, right? Like, people can't do what you do the way you do it. And that is the goal, right? To have your sound,
be the best version of yourself, man.
And the only goal now is to make that sound better. And it makes it like it opened up like everything. Like I'm like, oh, so I don't have to feel any type of way about anybody else, right? Like I can enjoy other people's music. I don't have to like critique myself every time I hear Doc Illingsworth make a beat, which I used to. Because that motherfucker is Doc Illingsworth, the only person that I hear beat and be like, all right, do I know how to do this shit for real? Because that motherfucker is crazy.
Also a great rapper as well.
Absolutely. But it really changed the perspective where I was like, man, I can flat out enjoy people's music without it even having anything to do with my own.
Yeah.
It's a totally separate thing. So
agreed. And with that said, MF Doom is the greatest rapper of all time.
Boom.
All right.
Wrestling. What happened?
Oh man, wrestling has been getting a little wacky, wavy, inflatable.
Reggie Bullock to the Mavericks. I love that. Reggie Bullock got a fucking cannon.
They do need shooters over there. We were just talking about how Tim Hardaway Jr. was the only shooter they had last year.
Oh, Trevor Ariza to the Lakers, 1 year deal.
Is Trevor Ariza's
right, bro? He been on the Lakers like 4 different times,
bro. It's crazy. He really has.
No bullshit.
Like his third time playing for the Lakers.
Go get your ring, bro. I ain't mad at you. Hey, man.
But yeah, doesn't he already have one with Kobe?
I think he does. Yeah, you're right. I think he might have 2. Yeah, but it ain't nothing like a good end of your career mercenary run. I love those. Some of them are pretty gross.
Nothing like a Patrick Ewing on the
fucking Magic and the Supersonics. Akeem Olajuwon on the Raptors.
What's the that might be it.
The whole 2004 Lakers with Gary Payton and the fucking corpse that they wheelbarrowed Karl Malone out on the court. He was getting his ass bust by fucking Corliss Williamson. Let's go.
I remember this one time. Corliss Williamson was like a 6'2".
Right, 6'3" power forward, giving legendary Hall of Famer Karl Malone buckets, bro. Couldn't check him.
I will never forget this one time. My man's haircut was so crazy, and he had like a headband on, and it was like, and he was eating up. Remember JYD to play for the Raptors?
Yep.
Junkyard Dog. Yep. He was just eating them up, and he had got his headband slapped, and it like was all down on his face, and he was mocking JYD. So he was barking.
Yeah. I love it. Let's go. Hey, shout out to Junkyard Dog. He secretly used to play for the Pistons too back in the day.
He did.
Back in the Teal Pistons.
Yeah. So that was Corliss Williamson memory.
Also, Junkyard Dog's always like secretly at the All-Star game every year, no matter what.
I didn't know that.
He always be in the crowd. Like, bro, You're more famous now for being the nigga at the All-Star game than you were as a basketball
professional
player.
athlete. Yeah, man. But wrestling, right? Obviously the Forbidden Door stuff. AEW is just they've been on fire lately, man. Dynamite was cool. They had the the 10-man match with the Elite and Dark Order. That was cool.
I saw that. That was
dressing like Space Jam. And them cats couldn't even dribble the ball.
Dog, you remember when the Young Bucks missed that dunk spot?
Bro, that was hilarious. I laughed so hard when they missed that dunk spot. And then, they doing the Jericho thing. I didn't really care for that. I'm not like a deathmatch guy.
Yeah, me.
But I mean, the Tanahashi thing popping up, like that's crazy, and it really just shows that like nothing's off limits, man. I mean, this is like a big time star for New Japan. This is really kind of the first. This is really kind of the first like New Japan star.
Yeah,
that has been shown their face on AEW.
I mean, this is like a big time star.
Yeah, Kenta. Yeah, but like I'm talking about like all time great,
like a Ric Flair type.
Yeah, like face of the company, like showing. So now this is. I think this shows that Okada, Ibushi, like nothing is off limits. I think that's dope. I think the end game, which barring COVID, I think the end game with this whole thing is like you remember back in the day when like New Japan and Ring of Honor used to work together and they used to do the War of the World show,
or even the back in the 90s the Super shows.
Yeah, WCW,
man,
Japan Super Show. Yeah,
yep.
I
Sting
think
and Muta.
Facts. Steiner Brothers versus Muta and Sting. That match is awesome. I think that is the end game for something like this.
I love it.
AEW like New Japan Super Show would be ridiculous, and it would also be awesome, which COVID makes everything so difficult. But it would be awesome if they could do like a one in Japan and then one here in the States.
So I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna give you a couple of New Japan stars, and we each give a AEW perfect matchup for them.
I like it.
So first one, I mean, I guess Tanahashi, we already know it's gonna be Lance Archer, because I guess.
Yeah, but if I
give me another one.
If I was in charge of that, I would probably do Tanahashi, and I think Tanahashi and Moxley is a good one. Yeah, so I'd probably do that.
I would say yes. That's because you need somebody with that level of clout.
I mean, and he's gonna get like this is. I go on record. I think he's the greatest pro wrestler of all time. Swear to God, I really do. I think Hiroshi Tanahashi is the greatest pro wrestler ever, and I just think he knows how to get a dramatic match out of anybody. So
first one that came to mind for me was Penta El Zero Medio.
That would be a dope match too.
So all right, so the next one, let's do Shingo.
Oh, Shingo! I would definitely have Shingo defend. Like one of the night's main event would be him defending the title, and I would do Shingo versus Pac.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. How about this? How about Shingo versus Rusev or Miro?
Oh, that would be dope. All
right. How about Tetsuya Naito?
Oh, Naito versus Orange Cassidy. 100%.
Oh my God, amazing!
No,
let's go, dog. I would.
No brainer.
Hell yeah.
The two coolest pro wrestlers on the planet right now. Absolutely.
They both got the lazy gimmick.
A battle. Who cares less?
Oh my God, that's so good.
Let's see who cares less.
So good. All right, last one, Ibushi.
Oh, you got to do Kota Ibushi versus Kenny, main event of one of the shows.
Okay.
AEW title on the line.
That's great.
You have to.
I was gonna say. I mean Kenny. Yeah, that's a good one. I was gonna say Jungle Boy.
That would be awesome. I would actually want to see. I would want to see like Jungle Boy and like. I would want. I was literally just thinking about this the other day, and I had a really dope idea for. Oh, I would want to see Jungle Boy and like Zack Sabre Jr.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think
because there's nobody that's really this Jungle Boy size.
Well, they got like I think Jungle Boy and Ospreay would be a great match.
Oh my God, I forgot about Ospreay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or Darby Allin and Ospreay or something like that.
Yeah. So I would be I would be, man, just endless possibilities. They could really do something amazing with a show like that. So,
Forbidden door, man. Keep that shit open.
keep it open. And then Bray Wyatt just got released by WWE, which is insane. And I mean, I think Bray Wyatt is the biggest. I think he might be the biggest dropped ball in like WWE history. Like, which is saying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think here's a guy who has one of the greatest. He's one of the most creative people ever in wrestling history.
No question. Yeah.
Great character work, super creative, great, unbelievable on the mic, like all-time great level on the mic. Everything he does, man, is genius. And for them to just drop the ball with him so many times, like here's a guy who you spend so much time searching for that new like monster who can have the same like presence as Undertaker and replace him. And then you get the guy, and then years ago he wrestled Undertaker at WrestleMania and he lost, and he should not have lost that match, right?
Yeah.
And then and again, every time they book him terribly, he always is able to reinvent himself and rebuild himself into something cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the Wyatt family was genius, and then when he finally won the title, they were doing the thing with Randy Orton, remember? And he was like kind of, I'm in the Wyatt family. And then they did that whole thing. And then Bray Wyatt loses to him at WrestleMania. Like, what are we doing?
Ludicrous.
Then he loses that, and then he comes back, and he's gone for a long time. Then he comes back with this awesome Fiend character, which was great, fantastic. It's horrifying. And they booked the worst ever Hell in a Cell match. Like, worst match of all time.
It was like seizure inducing. It was so fucking
then they
weird.
do the stupid red light thing, and then he loses, and then he gets in a feud at WrestleMania, and guess what? He loses again,
Ludicrous.
bro. And then he loses, and then basically Alexa Bliss they give his gimmick to Alexa Bliss, and then they release him.
So it's
It's
weird,
crazy.
They turn Alexa Bliss into a super villain, to like a zombie witch.
Yeah.
So weird.
It was really just, they have really dropped the ball with him, and I thought he could have been something really good.
Furkan Korkmaz back to the 76ers, 3 years, $15 million, and Mike Muscala to return to OKC, $7 million on a 2-year deal.
Boom.
Free agency. Let's go.
But yeah, this is the Bray Wyatt stuff. It's really annoying. I'm excited to see what he does, man. I would like to see him. Everybody's like, he's gonna go, and I kind of don't want him to just go to AEW right now, just because they're pulling in so many new faces.
They gotta wait.
But I would love to see him just kind of pop up like all over the place and just be doing weird, scary stuff and attacking people. And he should pop up in a bunch of different promotions before he signs a deal anywhere.
And that should be like a year from now.
Yeah, and I think he should just do like spot appearances and stuff like that. So I think that'd be dope.
Yep. All right.
And that's wrestling and anime now.
All right, man. I talked a little bit about this because I ranted about the Pistons.
Yeah,
but
you went in on the draft.
Give me I'll just finish real quick, and then I want your draft take. So the Pistons drafted on number 42. They got Isaiah Livers, shooter out of Michigan. I think he might end up being what we thought Sadiq Bey was going to be until Sadiq Bey ended up being sweet as hell. So just like
Sadiq Bey ended up being Sadiq Bey.
So you might be a star. Oh, okay, my bad. I was tripping. I thought he was only a 3-and-D guy. So I think that Isaiah Livers will probably be that. He can shoot the blood. We got Luca Garza at 52 or 56, I think. National College Player of the Year, 6'11", 24 points a game, good rebounder. Can't defend anybody, but I can see him coming in like an NS Cantor type role. And then I think the last guy we got was Balsa Capriza, who's like a big 7'1" guy from Florida State. Actually played on the same AAU team as Cade Cunningham. That might have had something to do with it, with us drafting him. 7-footer, whatever, body, block shots. He might not. Fitter. Yeah, send him to the D League for a couple years. Maybe we'll see what we got. I ain't really worried about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they had a solid draft. I mean, you got Cade Cunningham. Full stop. You win.
Yeah,
period.
you won A plus.
I know you had some feelings about the draft.
I did, man. For my Warriors, right? So I was I was irate. I was really mad about the draft.
Wayne Ellington to the Lakers, good signing.
That's a good sign. They need a shooter, and he's off your team. I was.
I didn't mind Wayne Ellington, except I just hated when he started. Like, move, get out of the way. Like, move, dog. Let fucking the young guys play a little bit. Shit, we know you can shoot. Okay, great, you made a 3-pointer. Go get you a ring now. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, I was upset, man. I was upset at the draft. I was upset that we didn't trade. I was really mad because I wanted them to trade 7, and I actually wanted them to trade both the picks. And in the event that they didn't trade both the picks, I wanted them to draft Corey Kispert with 14.
And he was there. Solomon Hill returns to the Atlanta Hawks.
And they did not. And they drafted Kuminga at 7, which I did not like at all. And then they drafted Moody at 14, which I like that pick. He's the type of player that I really like. You know, he's very smooth. He's a good shooter. He's a scorer, man. He's a bucket getter. He's a shooter. He's a mid-range shooter. Pull-up type of guy. I like him. I think would make a great addition to the team. But
I know you were in a mood, but I did send you a text like I think you might like Moody. He does the stuff that you like.
Yeah, I like him. 6'6", I like him.
Smooth. Got some Allen Houston to him a little bit.
Yeah, I like his game a lot. I just and the reason I was so mad is because I feel like for the things that Steph has done for this team and the year he had last year, I think you owe it to him to cater to his window. I think you have to make moves to win now and put your down the road future on the back burner for Steph's last few years of his career.
Yeah.
And these moves kind of upset me because they made me feel like they were thinking about the future a little too much, and that's the type of thing that would make him want to get traded. And then today he signed a 4-year extension.
$215 million.
He's a lifer, man. He is a warrior. And that made me feel a little better. And I do still hope they trade at least one of these players and bring in another veteran player.
I'm thinking that they will. I think Kuminga's gone.
Yeah. I kind of hope they do. In the event they do that, I would be cool with them trading Kuminga and some other piece, and maybe I wouldn't even. I mean, I would like them to keep Moody, but if he's gone and they bring in a vet, I wouldn't care because that's what I'd rather them do. And you already know I love Jordan Poole, so
he's been going crazy in the little summer programs.
Saucy.
Uncheckable.
But yeah, man. So that's how I feel, and I just hope the Warriors bring in some vet help. But that's it.
Dwight Howard returning to the Lakers. Whatever.
All right. But yeah, man. So here's something I wanted to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
What is your all-time starting five for your favorite team, but it has to be players that they actually drafted?
Okay. So my 1 and 2 guards are very easy. Obviously, Joe D or Zeke and Joe D.
Okay.
Point shooting guard.
Bro, I was watching some Isaiah Thomas. I was showing my son some Isaiah Thomas highlights the other day.
Fucking really hoop, dog.
He was so sweet.
He was doing like present day crossovers.
Yeah, he was doing stuff back then.
Right, floaters, Euro steps, all kind of shit. When niggas wouldn't
some tough shots.
Yes, bro. He would do like triple pump jump shots from like 15 feet out, like up and under jumpers, and he used to knock them bitches down.
That's crazy.
Great player. You know, obviously Isaiah Thomas, my favorite player of all time. Joe D, one of my favorite players ever. And Joe, we have been very vocal about our love for Joe D.
Yeah,
like watching his highlights, he was so smooth, man.
Sweet, bro.
Cross you over, hit a bloody jumper in your eyeball, lock you up on defense. And so small forward is very easy as well. Grant by God Hill. Prototype to LeBron James, right? Like just an elite player, career cut a little. I mean, his career wasn't cut short, but his greatness, I think, was cut short by injury.
Agreed.
A lot of people don't remember how sweet Grant Hill. I mean, I'm talking about people were ready to put him over Jordan while Jordan was still in the league.
Was still playing.
Like they wasn't thinking about Kobe. They was thinking about Grant Hill. He was the man.
Yeah.
So it starts to get weird at power forward, man, because I can't think of a power forward that we drafted that was any good.
Jason Maxill.
Dog.
No.
Hell nah. Shit. I kind of want to cheat and say and maybe do like Chris Middleton and play him as a small ball four because he's 6'9". He's played four before.
That works.
So I might do Chris Middleton.
Okay.
And then for center, I'm gonna have to go way back machine. Oh, I'm sorry, Kelly Tripucka. Bro, Kelly Tripucka averaged like 35 a year, dog. He was out there getting buckets, bro. Kelly Tripucka is gonna be my four for sure. Forgot about him.
What about didn't they draft Dennis Rodman?
My bad. My bad.
There we go.
You right, dog. Dennis Rodman is absolutely gonna be my four. I'm tripping. Dog. My fault, dog.
There we go.
Absolutely. But for my five, I got to go into the way back machine. And I actually am going to go with the last time the Pistons had the number one pick. They picked Bob Lanier back in 1973 or something like that. But Bob Lanier is a Hall of Famer, all-time great. So I barely know what he looked like when he played, but whatever. One of the greatest players of all time. You can't beat that. So let's
bet. And give me a 6-man off the bench.
Ooh. That's positionless, right? Whatever position I want. Give me, okay, I got one. Give me a young, pre-injury New York Knicks level Allen Houston. Secretly drafted by the Pistons the year after they drafted Grant Hill.
Jerseys.
Yep, it was, bro, they had a little squad. They had Lindsey Hunter, who was really good back in the day.
Yeah.
Allen Houston, Grant Hill, Theo Ratliff.
Yep. And Derek Coleman, right?
I think he wasn't on that team, but Theo Ratliff. They had another Otis Thorpe.
Otis Thorpe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody shot getting blocked. I don't care. Everybody shot getting blocked, bro.
Those two,
right?
Oh,
they had a little squad. Then they traded. They ended up getting. Bro, they had Jerry Stackhouse and Grant Hill on the same team for a year.
Yeah, bro.
And they made. I think they made the playoffs.
Stackhouse was sweet.
I love me a 90s.
I love me a triple threat. Like,
dog.
Face up. Yeah, one dribble pull
right,
up. You
like you know what I'm saying. I love me a 90s level, a 90s
Michael
era
Jordan clone,
sort of, but not more specific than that. A 90s North Carolina shooting guard.
Right.
You had Mike, you had Vince Carter, you had Jerry Stackhouse. You had. I mean, I thought Rashad McCants was going to do some of that. You had Joe. You remember Joe Forte back in like 2000?
Yeah.
North Carolina put out a good shooting guard every now and then, but then they did. Then they had Wayne Ellington, who I like, but not quite the same type of player. So, anyways, that'll be my top five.
Boom. All right. So mine, obviously at point guard, we got Steph. We got Steph, our Lord and Savior Curry. At the 2, though, we got Gilbert Arenas.
Oh, okay. We gonna do something a little weird here.
It's gonna get a little weird. At the 2, we got my guy Gilbert Arenas. Yes, drafted by the Warriors. Yes, was very good for the Warriors. I have no idea why they let him walk and sign with the Wizards.
Can you get a little eighth man with Jeremy Lin? Because he was technically he wasn't drafted, but he came into the.
He was but he don't. They got some Warriors got some good draft picks over there.
Fair enough.
At the 3, of course, we got Clay. Greatest catch and shoot player of all time, Thompson.
Hey, well, actually,
it's actually going to be Duncan Robinson. They just paid him $90 million. Actually,
stop it. Stop. Klay Thompson scored 60 points and took like 3 dribbles.
That's ridiculous.
Stop it. Klay Thompson.
Silly.
At the 4, of course, we got the heart and soul of the team. We got Draymond.
Strong.
And at the 5. We got to go way back to get a center. We got to go back to 1957.
Holy shit.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh, well, excuse me. You mean maybe the greatest center ever?
Yeah, we got to get Wilt Chamberlain.
I thought you were going to say, what's the big redheaded dude?
Beardrins?
No. Oh, maybe he didn't play for the Warriors. Did Bill Walton play for the Warriors?
No, he played for the Blazers.
The Blazers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got to get Wilt Chamberlain. So we got Steph, Gilbert Arenas, Klay Thompson,
That's a dog
Draymond
squad.
Green, and Will Chamberlain.
That's just a dog squad, bro.
And then my sixth man, right? My sixth man off the bench, I gotta go Tim Hardaway, dog.
Strong.
But how about a couple fun facts? It'd be between Tim Hardaway and
what
Jason Richardson.
What about Mitch Richmond though?
And Mitch Richmond? Oh
Mitch
my
Richmond
God.
was cold.
And Chris
dog.
Mullin, bro.
Yes,
A lot of
I
good
love
picks.
Mitch Richmond, bro.
Me too. Fun fact: the Warriors actually drafted Penny Hardaway in '93
That's
and
true.
then traded
They
him.
traded him to the.
And then they drafted Vince Carter. And
Oh,
they
really?
swapped picks with for Antoine Jameson. They drafted Vince Carter and
I knew that they got traded for each other, but I
Yeah.
forgot that Antoine Jameson started his career
the Warriors.
on the Warriors.
Yeah.
Bro, didn't Chris Webber also start his? Oh no, he was with.
I think he was with. Dog, you might be right.
It was either the Bullets
Or the Warriors.
or the Warriors, but I know that he got traded to the
One
either
of it-
from
one of
them
them,
or
yeah.
to them really early in his career.
Oh man, that makes. Hold on.
Yeah, you might have to
You
think
might
about
have to look
that.
that up.
Hold on, yeah, let me see.
Yeah, look.
Because I love Draymond, but Chris
I'm
Webber though.
I'm taking C Webber if that's the case.
All right,
I
Chris-
thought he got drafted by the Bullets and then traded to the.
Nope.
He got drafted by the Warriors.
Former #1 overall NBA draftee by the Golden State
Oh my
Warriors.
That's crazy,
Dog, that's an impossibly good team, bro.
bruh. So
And he averaged 18 and 9 his rookie year. Won
Yeah,
the
he
rookie of the
had-
year with Golden State.
yeah, he had some issues though with that team, and that's why he didn't stay there because he was good. He played good for them. But yeah, okay.
It's
Steph,
gotta be. It's gotta
Gilbert
be secret.
Arenas, Klay Thompson, Chris Webber,
Holy shit.
and Wilt Chamberlain.
That's a good team.
Tim
dog.
Hardaway coming off the bench. That's crazy.
Let's go.
All right, man. What we got?
All right, man. Hold on. Let me do a ticker, NBA transaction ticker right quick. Let's see.
Warriors do anything?
Nope. Dog, all of the so Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, and Wayne Ellington have all been on the Lakers once already.
Once already. Yep.
Okay, I think we're done for now. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Lakers and the Nets both in pursuit of sharpshooter Patty Mills.
Oh, but you already know how I feel. Let me hold on. Let me say this on record because I don't think I've ever said this on record. Olympic/FIBA Patty Mills is like my third favorite basketball player of all time.
He hits another gear in the
Bro,
Olympics. Bro.
Olympic Patty Mills is literally my third favorite basketball.
And you know what? You know what's funny is that like you're not the only person with that take now. Like I think this like people are finally noticing now. And like every
Guys,
time I see a tweet, like, bro, what the fuck?
for the last like 12 years,
Yeah.
this dude has been going crazy in FIBA and in the Olympics. He is a killer. He can handle a ball. He's lightning quick.
I mean,
And he is a phenomenal shooter.
bro, he kind of does some Damian Lillard type stuff out there.
Bro, he does.
Like kind of like
He is a killer.
off
I
the
love-
dribble, deep range.
Yeah, man. I love Patty Mills.
I see every time they play, I see NBA Twitter is like, wait a minute, hold on, Patty, what the fuck, Patty Mills doing out
Nah,
here?
bro. Don't act brand new. He been doing it for his country for years.
Facts.
He's awesome. I love Patty Mills.
All
I would
right.
love. So what teams did say? Lakers
the
and
Nets and the Lakers, yeah,
I just want him to get a chance to
to get a ring.
get some shine, man. Like I feel like he's good enough. I mean, I'm not saying he got to start, which I think he could, but I would love to see him just get some big time minutes. I'm kind of glad to see him get away from the Spurs because I feel like he's been on the Spurs. Well, he has. He's been there for his whole career.
Yeah.
But yeah, so boom.
All right. What anime are you checking out right now? It's a good question.
Oh yeah. So I'm caught up on My Hero,
Me
but
too.
I gotta the anime that I actually.
Oh, am I? Actually, I don't think I am. I gotta check.
The anime that I actually started watching randomly.
Well, hold up.
Okay.
This is
That
one of your.
move?
It's not a huge move, but this is one of your guys.
Okay.
Evan Fournier just signed a 4-year deal with
Ooh.
the Knicks.
I love that.
It's a good fit for him.
That French boy in the garden.
Yeah, he can shoot. He's a shooty boy, kind of bloody cashy a little bit.
He's one of my guys.
All right, my bad. You were saying
He also went crazy on Team USA.
he did, man.
Ridiculous. I have been I'm caught up on My Hero Academia, but I actually randomly, I don't know. I've always tried to think of this show that I used to watch all the time, and I could never think of it. And I finally remember the name of it, and I started looking it up, and I found the whole series on YouTube, and that's Metabots.
Yeah.
I used to love Metabots, man. Like, out of all the Pokemon, like, all the shows that tried to ride the Pokemon wave, like Digimon, Beyblade, you know what I'm saying, Yu-Gi-Oh!, all that stuff. Like, Metabots was definitely, in my opinion, the best one, and it was my favorite. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's like Pokemon, but with, like, little robots.
Yep.
It's really dope, man. And the robots were sweet.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I used to collect the figures, and you could like interchange their parts. They were really dope. And then there was a Game Boy Advance game that was cool too.
Yep.
I think the main one's name was Metabee or something like that. It's kind of like Bumblebee for Transformers.
His key was like orange or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, man, the show was dope, and the animation was fire.
Yeah.
And looking back on it and kind of watching it, I've watched a couple episodes, and it the animation reminds me of Kill la Kill. You seen Kill la Kill,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's kind of like
I like that
it's
style of
kind of
anime.
like that style. It's pretty dope.
Kind of like rough but still sweet looking.
Yeah,
kinda.
man.
Yeah.
So I think you guys should definitely check out Metabots. It's a old like 2000 anime, but definitely was made from the cloth of Pokemon. But it's really dope, and I loved it when I was a kid. So I started watching that again.
So for me, I haven't been watching anime lately. I think I'm caught up on My Hero, but I gotta recheck. I'm actually rewatching. They finally dubbed. I didn't care about dubs, but I've been just from like a cultural standpoint. It's really interesting to me that they dubbed Kuroko no Basket.
Okay.
Because like you don't really see, because Slam Dunk was like the biggest anime ever for a longest time, but it never got
never dubbed.
And I think it was because they were worried, like, will Americans like care about this? Because they think about basketball a whole different way than how we think about it. Like it's like way more serious, right? So like, are they going to be insulted? But like, I was happy that they dubbed Kuroko no Basket, and I've been watching it, and it's good. It's a dub. Like they're all the same. I mean, it's the same. Like, it's an anime dub. It's fine. But I was curious to see, like, are they going to use, like, basketball slang? Are they going to use the lingo? And sometimes they do. Sometimes they do just, at this rate, I'm going to run out of my special whatever. But they would say, they would say stuff like crossovers and step backs and, like, okay, I see what y'all doing. And just rewatching that shit, bro, like, some of them niggas was really, for high schoolers, bro, that nigga Iomine was like cocking back and like 360 windmilling on niggas, bro. You can't do that in no high school game, bro. Like, I'm sorry. He got into the zone, right? That's like him going Super Saiyan and started like doing crazy crossovers and then going down the lane and he literally did a 360 windmill on people and in the game. I thought it was dope. I finally caught up on Dr. Stone season 2. Really, really good. They kept it up. These niggas built a whole ass car. I beg your pardon, Doug. Right. Okay. Hey, let's make a whole car out of from nothing. But they did a really good job of like establishing. The reason why it's kind of believable is that they spent a lot of time early in the anime establishing like a baseline where he like, he does something as simple as like gathering a bunch of materials. That they now have like an established like lab where and he like taught people how to go find like rocks and minerals. And they also spent a lot of time doing shit like, hey, let's build a like furnace so we can melt metal and like use it to forge stuff. So like they've got a pre-existing sort of lore that would explain how they could build up to something like a car. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think it's a really clever, like they turn it into super intense standard shonen tropes, but they do it from a really interesting lens. I'm also going to try to catch up with Food Wars because I think I'm behind the season. That's one of my favorite shows. So yeah, man, I think it might be time. Oh, and I think I'm also ready to revisit Gurren Lagann for the first time in a while.
Yeah, I rewatched that. I think last year. I love that show.
I needed to be away from it long enough so that I kind of forgot it, so I can go back and re-experience some of the shit.
Always good.
Anime. Boom. All right, man. Is it time for a little bit of okay. So we have this out of order. Do we want to do the top five first?
Let's do the pick.
Okay. So we I just
Spoiler
spoiled.
alert.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
We are we're returning to the top 5 of the day, man. It's been a while. We've been doing the tier list thing, but it's time to return to the top 5 of the day.
All right. So let's do the you can only pick.
Let's hit that you can only
first.
pick 3 first.
Let's see what we got. A little checky the email.
So last week we did not do it. You can only pick 3 because it was kind of the Snake Eyes review. So this is actually the one that we would have done last week. And what we have here is some origin films.
All right. I mean, I see my first keeper immediately, obviously.
So we talked about Snake Eyes last week, which was an origin movie.
Yep.
We talked about Storm Shadow, the movie, last week, which is an origin movie.
Yep. Right.
And here we go. We have You Can Only Pick 3.
Man.
Some origin films.
Yo, there's some good ones on here, bro. There's some really, I think, okay, I'm going to surprise somebody with a keeper, I think.
We got origin films here. What you got, man?
All right, so Snake Eyes, we just talked about that. It should have been called Storm Shadow.
Should have been called Storm Shadow, the movie.
Yep. Then we got my first keeper off top. Let's not fuck around here.
Hey,
The Matrix. Like, come
let's
on.
go.
I mean, that's literally my favorite movie ever. I mean, come on.
Hello.
Morpheus. Dog, love that movie.
I know Kung Fu.
Show me. You think that's air you're breathing? Right. He hits you with the Bruce Lee with the
to go watch this movie.
Yeah, it's so good.
I haven't seen the first Matrix in a long time.
It's the best one by far.
I think I might actually watch it tonight. It's been a really long time.
Hey man, and Keanu Reeves with the legitimate chops. Hey, shout out to Lawrence Fishburne also, who was really doing that shit.
Really doing it, man.
Hey man, that was legit impressive. Straight up,
Very impressive.
Really good. So Matrix first keeper, easy money.
Boom.
Captain America first Avenger. I'm not super high on this movie. I know that we
got hot take.
Yeah, we got hot take. It was Edmonds. That was Edmonds' hot take. So I gotta respect it. It's not my favorite, but respect it.
Yep.
I just thought, man, my only gripe was I just thought that Red Skull was just such a cartoon villain in that shit, bro.
Yeah.
He was just a little whatever. Anyway, hey, it's a solid movie. It's been hot take. I can't rag on it anymore.
Boom.
Then we might have what might be my second keeper in Iron Man. Iron Man 1. I love this
good
movie.
Movies on here.
Yes, man. Iron Man 1 got the whole MCU started.
So check it. Speaking of Iron Man, which I'm very, oh my goodness. Did you see the new Shang-Chi trailer?
I haven't watched it yet.
I am unbelievably excited for this movie.
I think I might because the new Venom trailer came out too. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm good on the trailers.
And basically, what his I'm not sure if it's facts or not, but basically the organization that was trying to force that kidnapped Tony and Iron Man was trying to force him to build the armor was the 10 Rings.
Yeah, I think we knew that, didn't we?
I don't know if they ever said it though. I think they officially came out and said it now.
I feel like I knew that already, but I'm glad to hear that it's confirmed.
Yeah,
but maybe I just theorized that that's what it was.
Yeah, so I thought that was dope.
Yeah, no, that's super dope.
And the new Shang-Chi trailer was awesome, and I'm super looking forward to that movie.
So then we got a couple more here, man. This is gonna be tough because you got Iron Man, you got Star Wars Episode 3. I'm not the biggest prequel guy, but I flat out fuck with this movie all the way. This is probably my third or fourth favorite Star Wars movie, maybe third. It had the best action by a mile.
Master Skywalker, what are we going to do?
Fucking, it's been a minute. Which one is the lightsaber? Is it this one?
Yeah. Oh,
yep, man, that was a wrap for him. Bro, funniest theory ever.
That he was Snoke.
Yes, dog. So that would have been, I would have been actually okay with that, dog. Like
General. Yeah, that would have been funny.
I like this movie a lot. I'm gonna skip Rise for a minute.
Okay.
X-Men Origins or X-Men First Class, probably the best Fox X-Men movie.
It is.
Yeah,
by far.
I like,
in my opinion. I think this movie's straight up good.
Oh no, it's fantastic. I think this movie, X2 and Days of Future Past and the first one just for nostalgia, but that's a separate thing. But so this one, First Class, Days of Future Past, Logan, and
Logan,
X2, I thought were fantastic. The rest of them, all trash, garbage.
Boom.
Right. Batman Begins, good movie. By far and away the most comic accurate story about Batman's origin. They showed this nigga literally basically training to be a ninja.
Right.
Good movie. I don't think it's gonna make my top 3, but it is probably the second best movie out of that trilogy.
I wasn't a fan of Liam Neeson playing Roz.
Sure.
That kind of bothered me in that movie.
Sure. No, I get it. You want a handsy ass nigga to do some martial arts. I understand.
Yeah. And I feel like Roz is like I don't know. They always make it I don't feel like he's white, is he?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Nigga's name is Raj Al Ghul. That nigga ain't white. I mean, at least he shouldn't be. He's right. I mean, he's depicted in the comics and in the cartoons to be like Asian-ish a little bit, but at minimum, he's like Middle Eastern. Yeah, at minimum,
you know what I'm saying. So I didn't like that.
That's fair. You know what? Neither do I. I just realized. I didn't even think about that, but now that you mention it, you're right. I don't fuck with that shit at all.
I'm not a big DC guy, but he is one of few DC characters that I love. I really like him.
Yeah, no, he's dope. He's got all the hands. He's immortal.
He's a crazy person.
Sort of. He's like an anti-villain. He's not quite an anti-hero because he's usually on some villain shit, but he's also like.
Well, he's all about the preserving the planet, but the way that he wants to go about it is by killing
insane, right?
It's by just killing everybody.
But he also like, I like the fact that he got the respect of like Batman and all the Robins.
Yeah, I agree.
And you can earn his respect as well if you've got enough hands.
Right.
And Dick, which is Nightwing. Tim
Drake.
Tim Drake is probably got the next most hands. I know Gary is going to disagree with me on that. He really likes the Red Hood.
Yeah, me too, Jason.
Jason Todd, but bro, Tim, that nigga got hands, bro. Like Dick by far got the most hands.
Yeah.
But Tim Drake is a motherfucker as well.
Tim a pro wrestling level athlete too.
Yep. And he's and also the reason why I brought him up is because he so like out of show of respect, Raj Al Ghul refers to Batman as detective. He respects that title because he's like the best detective allegedly. And the only other person he gives that title to is Tim Drake, which is a pretty big show of respect.
Boom.
Anyway, then we got Deadpool, which is obviously a brilliant movie. We didn't think that they could possibly pull it off, but they did.
They sure did.
So good. All right, man. Look, here's my second keeper, and I'm going to surprise some people. But, bro, I think that the new Planet of the Apes trilogy is hands down one of the best trilogies of all time.
You've said it before.
Hey, bro, I don't want to hear it, dog. That shit is sweet as fuck.
You have said
bro.
That before.
Yes. I'm going to say it again. Shit is sweet. Now, we got to think about which one this is. Is this the very first one?
Yeah. Because this is the origin.
Okay. That changes things a little bit. Because the first one was good, but the second one was just a fucking masterpiece, bro. The second one that's maybe in my top 10 movies ever. With Koba, the fucking apes on motherfucking horses, dog. With AKs on tanks. What? Bro. Apes on horses on fire on tanks with straps. Dog. But that makes it easier because I thought that the first one was not. They didn't have nearly as much action. It was a lot of setting up. So it was still good, but it wasn't my favorite. So that one's out. So that's gonna make Deadpool my second keeper.
Ooh, love it.
And I think the third is gonna be between Episode 3 and First Class. I'm gonna give the slight nod to Episode 3, and the reason why is because while I loved First Class, the way that they did Darwin, unacceptable,
so
bro.
stupid.
Absolutely unacceptable.
He got the best power ever.
Bro, his power is literally that he can't die.
Dies.
What happens? Dies. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
What's your power?
Can't die.
Can't die.
Ludicrous.
And you're black.
Unacceptable, bro. So no, they have to get punished for that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So I'm gonna go Matrix, Deadpool, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
All right, let's go. Snake Eyes, or my bad, Storm Shadow, the movie, G.I. Joe Origins, Storm Shadow. Like I said, man, I love this movie. We didn't care for Snake Eyes all that much, but the way that Storm Shadow was played in this film made me really enjoy it.
Derrick Rose got paid for 3
Did he?
years.
The Knicks?
Yep, 4 years,
Yes.
$43 million. Love that. And sneaky good signing here for the Bulls.
Love it, man.
Alex Caruso to the Bulls.
I can't stand Alex Caruso.
I fuck with Alex. They hustle hard and play defense. Sneaky dunk on you one time.
Can't stand him. Yeah, man. So yeah, I actually love this movie. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about it. I enjoyed it because of Storm Shadow, and it's called Storm Shadow the movie. Matrix, ooh, classic.
So good.
Is this in my top 5 favorite movies of all time?
Hey, bro, it's not a crazy thing. It's not a bad movie to have in your top 5. I'll just put it to you like that.
I don't know. I gotta go back and check.
Bro, they overpaid Alex Caruso too. They gave him $37 million.
Goodness gracious, guys, what are we doing here? Dude, just
Look, look at this.
Broke off.
They put up the y'all can't see this, but somebody tweeted NBA free agency, and they tweeted Joker burning a bunch of money. I love it.
That's hilarious. But yeah, we got Matrix. I love this movie. It's awesome. I haven't seen it in a long time, but just an amazing movie. Captain America: First Avenger. Again, Edmund has made this law. This is, it's definitely not my favorite Captain America movie. Iron Man, classic, started the MCU. Let's not get too ridiculous. Not the first Marvel movie Blade was, but started the MCU. MCU.
Right.
The MCU universe that we know today is this movie started it all. So it's a classic. But then we got my first keeper, man, which is going to be Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Phantom Menace is. You guys know how I feel about that movie, but this movie's always right there. I love this movie. No, couldn't help yourself.
Yes, all right.
Movie, I love this movie. This is one of my favorite movies ever. The origin of Darth Vader.
Right. Darth Vader.
Oh man, I gotta stop talking about this movie before I start doing all the Chancellor Palpatine impressions. But I love this movie.
Heard the tale. Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Love this movie. It's my first keeper. Then we got Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I agree, man. This trilogy is awesome.
So good, man.
Very good movies. X-Men First Class. I think X-Men First Class is my favorite of the X-Men movies. I thought this movie was really good, but the Darwin thing, man,
unacceptable.
Can't
bro.
pick it because of that.
Yeah.
Then we got Batman Begins, which I thought was a good movie, but like I said before when you were talking about it, absolutely hated Ra's al Ghul being played by Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Did not like that. Then we got Deadpool, which is a movie that I did not think they could pull off. The only movie in my life that I've ever gone to see twice in the same day.
Back to back.
Back to back, dog. This was amazed at how they pulled this off. This is going to be my second keeper. Deadpool. And then, hey, man, I got to do it. I'm going for the diagonal tic-tac-toe. I'm taking Snake Eyes. Right. Even though it should be called Storm Shadow, I'm taking Storm Shadow, the movie. And we got Storm Shadow, the movie, Revenge of the Sith, and Deadpool. That's the 3 I'm keeping.
Let's go. All right, man. You remember how to do this, bro?
I kind of do a little bit.
Kind of. All right.
We're back. The top 5 of the day is back. We're talking about our favorite NBA teams. We're talking about our favorite teams. There's a lot of sports talk today, but now I want to know, what are your top 5 favorite fictional teams? I mean, this could be a superhero team. It could be a fictional sports team. It could be whatever. So what's your top 5 favorite?
I misunderstood the question at first, and I was like, I was doing all fictional sports teams at first.
That would still be a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
we might have to do that.
So okay, I was gonna give all my answers for that one, but I'll save it in case we do that again.
We gotta do that.
But so I'm gonna start off a little weird because y'all know I've been vocal about not being a super big Fantastic Four fan.
Word.
But I am gonna go with the Fantastic Four as number 5. But here's the catch. I'm doing the Jonathan Hickman. I think this was Hickman that did the Fantastic Four run where Black Panther was the fourth. I think there was actually a moment where they had Thing. Everybody but Reed, so Thing, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Black Panther, and Storm were like the Fantastic Five.
That's crazy.
So that was a dope run, a dope little group there. I'm gonna go with them at number 5. Number 4, man. I know you're not a huge DC guy, but the sneaky best team in all of DC, forget the Justice League, bro. Fucking Teen Titans, bro.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Teen Titans are, and even the cartoon. You don't say what you want to say about the cartoon. It's funny, but in the comics, bro, the Teen Titans are dope.
Yeah,
bro.
They are.
Your favorite version of almost every character was a Teen Titan at one point. You got Dick Grayson was he was like the leader of the Teen Titans. You got the best Flash ever. I don't care what anybody says. Fuck. What's the current Flash or the most popular Flash?
Wally West.
No, that's the one I like.
Oh, you talking about
Barry Allen. Barry Allen.
Yeah.
So I like Barry. Barry's my second favorite, but Wally West is the best Flash, bro.
Wow.
The redheaded Wally West, and then in the New 52 they made him black, so you already know that nigga was super duper fast. But no, Wally West is my favorite Flash by a mile. Wally West was so fast. I think I might have said this before. You know, everybody taps into the Speed Force, right? Like that's how you run fast. That's what you get that power from. And you know, Barry Allen has a super strong connection to the Speed Force, stronger than most people. This nigga Wally West is the Speed Force, bro. that nigga literally like is like fused to the Speed Force. Like he is by a mile the fastest Flash. They did something outrageous where he raced to the end of the universe to cheat death. It's just like absurd. So like in DC, you know how in Marvel, like the cosmic Thanos kind of Infinity War stuff is real sweaty. The Speed Force stuff in DC is the equivalent of that, where it just gets ridiculous. There was one point where he like beat somebody in a race where the person teleported. So like he was faster than instantaneous, if you can even fathom that. So yeah, I shout out to Wally West, one of my favorite. Then you obviously got Raven, who is absolutely like, I mean, Raven is like Scarlet Witch level powerful. Like, I actually think that would be a dog ass matchup. Scarlet Witch versus Raven, from Teen Titans. I can't tell you who wins that. Like
Right.
I mean, maybe I probably would give it to Scarlet Witch just because I know more about
Raven,
her.
though. Raven's
But Raven, I mean, it would be close. It would be very close. Starfire, obviously super dope. Beast Boy, Cyborg, Aqualad, the red guy who shoots rockets or fucking arrows.
Arsenal.
Is that it?
I think that's his name.
I
Right?
think
Isn't it?
maybe that's. I know. He is the guy who is Green Arrow's. I think it's just Red Arrow. I think that was his name at first.
Red Arrow.
It could have been. He could have changed it to Arsenal. That's actually way better. But anyways, so Teen Titans has some really, really dope stories. Probably one of my favorite DC comic runs. Then we got the Avengers, man. The Avengers at number 3. They are at present the most popular Marvel group. Anybody who is anybody has been an Avenger at some point. You got the heavy hitters like Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, etc. But you've also had Spider-Man. You've had Wolverine was an Avenger for a minute. You had Ghost Rider was an Avenger for a minute.
Yeah.
Black Panther, obviously. So, you know, that's like playing nowadays you don't make it to the big leagues until you play for the Avenger squad, right?
Right.
That's getting called up to the majors. But we'll talk more about that in a second. My number 2, and this is the one I was bragging about because I had, I got to bring in some sweaty Star Trek in here. I'm gonna go with the crew of the USS Defiant, which for non-Star Trek nerds, that is basically the entire cast of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, which is, I've talked at length, my favorite show of all time. Shout out to Avery Brooks as Commander, then Captain Sisko. You got Worf on deck. You got Bashir. You got Miles O'Brien. So the whole squad. I mean, I could talk about this obviously for hours, but I'll spare y'all because I'm one of very few young Trekkies. So now, as for my number 1, I talked a lot about the Avengers being the current A squad, but let me take you back to 1996, my nigga. I don't care who you are. You wasn't shit if you wasn't an X-Man, bro. If you wasn't a Wolverine.
In the 90s.
If you wasn't a Cyclops, if you wasn't a Jean Grey, if you wasn't a Gambit, and then we can get sweaty. We can go Forge. We can go Shatterstar, right? We can go the occasional Deadpool every now and then. We could go even sweatier. We can go Ilyana Rasputin with magic. We can go, Kitty Pryde, even though she's pretty much a main line. We can go with the new breed. We can go with Elixir and Darwin and Mondo and who else? Quentin Quire, right? The Stepford Cuckoos, bro. You wasn't shit if you wasn't an X-Men, dog. You know what I'm saying? We can keep going. The X-Men, without question, is my favorite fictional team of all time. Top 5 favorite X-Men: Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Gambit. I thought I had more faith in my answers here. Fuck, bitch. Jean Grey, give me White Phoenix of the Crown, gotta have her. And Storm. I'll accept it for now, but that's fine. But I could have a top 15. That's how many they are. So that's Fantastic Four with the Black Panther, Teen Titans, Avengers, the crew of the USS Defiant, and the X-Men. How about
Bang.
you?
Love it. All right, man, let's go. Top 5 favorite fictional teams. This is a little difficult.
Yeah.
So for me, coming in at number 5, I'm gonna start it off with I'm gonna get an anime one in here at number 5. I'm gonna go with the Akatsuki from Naruto.
Solid.
I really love the Akatsuki, man. I think the show really picked up once they came into the picture. And there's some cool there's a lot of cool characters in the Akatsuki, man. You got Pain, you got the whole story with Nagato and Pain, and then you got Itachi, and then you got Kasami, who I thought was one of the best characters in Naruto. I didn't feel like he got his proper I didn't feel like he got enough shine. Then you had Hidan and Kakuzu, who were arguably the 2 most scary members.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They were fucking
then
weirdos.
You had Sasori, right, and Deidara with the clay, the exploding clay. I just thought that Akatsuki was dope. They really changed the whole vibe of the show. I hated their end with kind of like Zetsu was the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't like
and
that.
And in terms of power scaling, he wasn't even near as powerful as any of those
he was
guys.
just kind of
he just kind of had a gimmick, like
I've been here the whole time.
all right, I'm gonna fucking transform and hit you with some weird white stuff,
bruh. But definitely still love them. So they're my number 5.
JaVale McGee to the Phoenix Suns, 1 year, $5 million.
That's a good pickup for them.
Yeah, they need a backup behind DeAndre Ayton.
Ayton looks like Chris Paul's dad, and Chris Paul's actually old enough to
by
be
like
his dad.
15 years. Yeah.
All right, then we got coming in at number 4. We got one of my look, man. We got to go back. Old school.
Okay.
Number 4. Coming in at number 4, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, dog.
Oh my God!
These Kyle Higgins comic books have like really made me get back into Power Rangers, and I love Power Rangers, I think my favorite lineup would have to be the original, man, with Tommy in there, Jason, Billy, Trini, and Zach, man. That's Kimberly, the OG. If you read the Power Rangers comic books, Boom Studios, fire, and they make the characters so dope, man. So that's gonna be my number 4.
Shout out to what's the guy who played the Black Ranger?
I can't remember.
He's from Detroit.
Yeah. They used to do some weird stuff on that show. Hip
hop keto. But shout out to him because a lot of people. I've moved on for that. Nah, he embraces that shit and he does.
And he still be making his appearances and getting the bag at the little cons and stuff.
And that's fun. Hey man, you were a Power Ranger. That's cool.
Facts.
A lot of kids love you.
Yeah, bro. 100%. And Power Rangers, and let me just. I'm telling you, man, a dark Power Rangers anime show would be unbelievable. It would be so good. Like if you read the comic books, do a good job of reiterating that they're like superpowers. They're like superhuman when they put the suits on. You know what I'm saying? So, come on now, superhuman space ninjas. What are we doing?
It's easy. It's like ready made for anime.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my number 4, man. My number 3, I gotta go with X-Force, but I'm going with Uncanny X-Force, which is
the black on gray squad.
Man, yeah, the black and gray squad. That is the Rick Remender squad. That's Deadpool, Wolverine, Archangel, Psylocke, Phantom X, who is such a cool character.
Hell yeah. That was the one where Wolverine had to get them niggas together, kind of, didn't he?
Yeah, a big time. And that run is so good, man. There's like when they have to fight the Apocalypse and his disciples, and Famine is one of the disciples, and he's like, it's this crazy panel where he's like, every disease ever and like virus is like running through Wolverine, but his body is like keeps trying to heal it,
healing himself. Yeah,
it's pretty dope. It's crazy,
man. Wolverine. Has anybody been through more bullshit than Wolverine?
Absolutely not. I saw Eric. Shout out to the homie Eric Greenlee, man. We had him on here. He did the Hogan impression.
Oh man,
which is hilarious. I saw Eric tweet the other day, and it was Pinocchio being controlled by the guy, and it said, "Me as Magneto making Wolverine fight his friends." But that's gonna be my number 3, man. And my number 2, it's kind of a deep cut. You guys know I'm Avatar: The Last Airbender. Favorite show of all time. Regardless, whatever. Avatar: Last Airbender is my favorite show ever. My number 2, I'm gonna go with the White Lotus.
Strong.
Which was my favorite moment in the show when all the masters kind of team up at the end. You know, that was like Iroh and Master Pandao and Master Paku and Zhong and Boomy and all the old masters from Avatar. So I'm gonna go with that as my number 2. And I loved that little White Lotus story in that show. It was dope with all the old masters coming together. Then my number 1, man, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey.
It's my favorite team. One of few like comic book teams that really be working as a team.
They do.
You know what I'm saying? They are team oriented all the time. I mean, of course, Raph and Leo butt heads, but
Raph be trying to act like he don't be trying to run the plays.
Right. He be running the plays.
He do. He complains about it, but he does.
Yeah, and they all, and going back and like talking about the 2012 show, like I think that show does such a good job of, they're all sweet, bro. Like all the turtles are sweet. Donnie's a genius, but also
don't sleep on the hands.
Beast on the hands. And see, this first season of the show highlights him a lot. What happened?
What the fuck, man? The Pistons re-signed Corey Joseph. I mean,
you was annoyed at him.
I mean,
he'd be like going crazy sometimes.
Yeah. I'm fine with him being a mentor because he's probably a pretty good mentor for Killian Hayes. But like, don't be starting, nigga. Move. Bam.
Don't be starting.
Right. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
And yeah, man, the 2012 show does a good job of just making them all sweet. Mikey, sweet, silly, but awesome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Raph, sweet. Leo, sweet. Leader. Just my favorite team. They work as a team.
All right, hold on. Gun to your head. You need in a one-on-one tournament between the four brothers. You had to pick one. Who you
Leo.
think's coming on top?
Leo's
I guess that's an easy question.
Leo's my favorite, so of course I'm picking Leo.
I think Leo too, but I think you know who I think would give him a run for his money? I think it would be Mike. I think Mikey.
I was gonna say that too. I think Mikey would. I think they would underestimate him.
Yeah.
And Mikey's a beast, man.
I think the first round matchup would be Mikey versus Donnie and Raph versus Leo. I think Raph and Leo is a good scrap. I think Leo comes out on top just with the discipline and the Raph is going to make a mistake. He's going to get in his head. It's going to be a wrap.
Yeah.
I think because the relationship that Donnie and Mike have where they like, I love their relationship because they both just be like.
Me too.
They just kind of just be making fun of the other two and just kind of chilling and cracking jokes.
And they kind of, because they even joke about that in the show. There's an episode where Leo and Donnie keep calling them the B team. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Hey, B team, you guys good?" And then the B team, they end up having to save them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I think Mikey ends up upsetting Donnie because Donnie doesn't take him seriously. And then I think Mikey versus Leo is going to be a situation where Leo is going to try to coach him while he's fighting him. Right. And then Mike, okay, and then like almost loses. Because he like awoke the potential.
I totally see Mikey actually winning in this scenario
because he got coached up while he was fighting.
Because Leo be worrying a little. That's facts.
Yeah.
He worry too much about him. I agree. So that's mine, man. That's my top 5. Number 5, Akatsuki. 4, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. 3, Uncanny X-Force. 2, The White Lotus from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Number 1, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, man.
Let's go.
Honorable mention. Shout out to Avengers. Shout out to X-Men.
Strong.
Two of my favorite teams of all time. Just wanted to keep some unique ones in there.
Of course.
Boom. We did it. The top 5 is back.
Back, man. It was a good episode. This shit was funny.
It was. Good episode.
Funny.
Episode 92/93 maybe in the books.
Whatever.
Thank y'all for listening. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Me and Hero got some stuff.
Check it.
Welcome back, Hero.
Peace.
My word is my sword, Hokage and Batosai, pulling the blades out of the forge, yo. Prior to my knowledge of the Force, was thinking Jedi, but through obtaining holocrons from both sides, I'm under gray skies. Everything that glitter ain't kyber crystal, my mind to lift you. In this time we shine together, disarm your pistol, yo. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash. Welcome to the SwordCast, my wordplay, my swordplay when blades clash.